if you're Team Jer or Team Conrad.
Who's the better partner?
Who's the better partner? Who's the better model for a healthy relationship? He was not mature.
He had good intentions. He wanted to protect her. But that's not how you deal with relationships.
Exactly.
He could have done better.
Despite the pain. Yeah.
He can support that person, but if they're not ready to be in a relationship, and let's be honest,
and they're not treating you well, period.
Relationships are a big responsibility.
Hello, we are back.
It's me again.
Oh, by the way, you didn't say your name last
That's
time.
True.
You go first.
Hi, my name's Bella.
My name's Selena.
And we are Cozy Psych.
We are Cozy Psych. It's tea time.
It's jammy time.
It's Cozy Psych time. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Never. We would love to do that, like never on pitch. So today, for this video, we are talking about
my favorite show of all time.
Her favorite show because she looks like the main character and she literally has the same name. Clearly. And they both had a cat that died named Mochi. R.I.P. Mochi, we love you. Sorry.
Literally the first
thing she says.
She's like, Mochi
so what
died. I was like, I have a cat named Mochi too.
So for the people who are not aware of what we're talking about, we are talking about the TV series The Summer I Turned Pretty. It had to be said that way.
Yeah, of course. It's the kind of show.
Exactly. Okay.
It's pretty trash, but I love it.
It's so trash. It's the best trash. Like, it's trash you can't stop watching. It's like junk food.
It is kind
it's
of like
junk food. All right. So what we are talking today about The Summer I Turned Pretty. What is it, Bells?
So The Summer I Turned Pretty is a show that was basically adapted from a book, and they created a really great series out of it. And obviously, as any good YA story, we have something called a love triangle.
A love triangle. So our big question for today really is like, who's like the better partner for Belly? Who's the better model for a healthy relationship?
Who likes to jump?
They literally have the same face. It's crazy. It's insane.
Yes.
The power of names, people.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
I don't see it, but that's what they say.
Anyway. So, shall we get into it? Like, Team, what do you call it? Jer Bear versus Team Connie.
So we'd love to hear your thoughts. Of course,
please, let us know if you guys have watched. Let us know if you're Team Jer or Team Conrad.
We're super late to the game, but you know what? That's what happens when you live your life studying.
And we had no choice because we are graduate clinical and counseling psychology interns in our last year of graduate school. So we are currently on track to become licensed psychologists. Hopefully we get to take the board exam next year and of course pass it, because you need to pass it. So we are on the way. We are psychologists in training. So that's why we wanted to make Cozy Psych, is to make it a little like talk about fun, casual things.
Our two favorite things together.
Yeah.
Comfort, sleep, art, and psychology.
Because we can talk about psychology in a really cozy way. It doesn't have to be so serious all the time. So we just wanted to record our daily conversations.
Basically, these are our daily conversations.
Literally, so might as well make it a YouTube channel. Yeah. All right, so if you are into this kind of content, we would love for you to be part of our community, our Cozy Psych community, and subscribe. And
so we kind of had conflict over who's the better partner.
Who's the better partner? Is it Jeremiah, right? And the nickname was Jeremy.
There's Jer Bear.
And then there's Connie.
Baby.
She calls him Connie Baby.
So Selena obviously thought I was pro Connie Baby.
She tends to like the sulking, avoidant, sad boy type.
What do we mean by sulking
characters.
avoidance? So like Mr. Darcy.
Yeah.
Right. So Mr. Darcy is the best example of that.
Yes.
Let's just say.
He had good intentions.
But there's a difference though. Connie Baby was not mature. He was not mature.
Like, obviously, he was so in love with Belly, and he loved her too.
He had good intentions. He wanted to protect her. But that's not how you deal with relationships.
Exactly.
You have to instead of going off and keeping all those problems inside and exploding on your own, leaving your partner to wonder, what the fuck is happening? You have to talk about it so that they can help you through it.
Yeah.
That's generally what happens in a good relationship where you have open communication and you deal with conflict in a way that's well managed. Crazy.
Yeah. And like, of course, you know, we have to empathize with Conrad because obviously he knew his mom was, you know, dying from cancer, and he was like carrying the burden of not telling Jeremiah, his brother, because he didn't want, you know, him to know, you know, wanted to carry all of the pain by himself.
How did that work out?
Yes, I think we had a better judge of character like Jeremiah versus Conrad in the second season, because Jeremiah now knows about the cancer as well. But it seems like, right, he really dealt with it in a different way and treated Belly differently compared to Conrad. So now they both know. But I'm sorry to say, like, Conrad really, like, did very hurtful things.
He could have done better.
Despite the pain. Yeah.
He could have done better. Disclaimer, we could always do better in life.
We always could. That's true.
I'm not saying that Connie Baby is a bad guy.
He's not a bad guy.
He just has a lot of room to grow in terms of handling difficult situations. And let's be honest, how he handled it really pushed people away, and that's exactly what happened. That's exactly the conclusion, is people were pushed away. Right?
And it's like, it's a cycle, right? So when we are in a depressed physiological state, and the more we push people away, you know, social withdrawal is a sign of like depression. So obviously, not if you want to spend time by yourself, that doesn't automatically mean you're depressed. Like, is it a trend over the past few weeks? Are you feeling like low mood and other symptoms? But anyway, it seems like he was really in a low mood, right?
State.
And if you keep doing those things, of course you won't feel like you want to get out of it. But what we call like behavioral activation is to kind of do things anyway that give you a sense of connection, give you a sense of like accomplishment or enjoyment.
So essentially, if you're not feeling happy, you do something that is supposed to make you happy, whether you feel it or not, until you eventually start to feel the emotion with the behavior. So you're activating the emotion
through your behavior.
Yeah.
And it's been proven in research that this is very effective. Now, bringing it back to Conrad, it seems he did not do that. And so he, you know, stayed in that depressed state, and, you know, it's just like sinking in deeper and pushing more people away.
He has a misguided sense of protecting the people he loves. And unfortunately, in his desire to protect them, he essentially pushed them away, which didn't help them in any way. It didn't help them. It made them feel betrayed. He kept the secrets. It made them feel like he was pushing them away for no reason. It made them feel like maybe there's something wrong with them. Right? So for people who are experiencing these things, you may want to help others, right? By keeping your emotions back in. But eventually, it may come out a little bit more in a more damaging way. Yeah. So it wouldn't help actually in the long run. Instead, it would probably just be better to cultivate good communication styles. Just talk about it. Just be able to mention that you're struggling on something and it's not them. It's something that they're personally struggling with. Yeah. Right? So I think that's what Connie should have done. Unfortunately, he has room for growth.
He does.
He does. Belly did not take no.
Gosh, that prom scene where he like left her in the middle of her junior or senior prom or something.
Yeah, that was pretty
That
bad.
was so bad. Like, imagine.
You just ruined the whole experience for her. She will always look back to prom and think, oh, that's how.
Yeah. So there's a lot of factors, right? He was in a lot of pain, and he just didn't know how to deal with his feelings. He didn't know another way of expressing himself.
Another way.
So there's so many. Honestly, Conrad could have gone to therapy. And he should have gone to therapy, and this would be an entirely different
That is the key term for me that you mentioned. He doesn't know another way. And unfortunately, that comes from, just dealing with things on your own because you don't get other perspectives on how to deal with things. And I do believe therapy really does help with that because we as budding clinical intern psychologists are built and trained to find different tools and ways to be able to help you create more adaptive behaviors to various situations. So if Connie Baby had seen a therapist, maybe he would have heard different ways to deal with the problem.
Yes.
Not in a way that just holding everything together until he eventually explodes.
Yes. Yes. Now, on the other hand, Jeremiah, like, despite the pain, especially in season 2, despite knowing, that their mom has passed already, despite that, never treated Belly like badly, right? Always treated her respectfully.
Yeah. Even at the time when Connie and Belly were together, he gave them space, even to the point that hurt him. But to them, that's what they needed. And he still, despite all of the pain he was going through, he had the capacity to still be selfless, to still do these things for...
And to just be respectful, treat her well, not ignore her, not push her away. Now, again, that doesn't make Jeremiah necessarily a better person than Conrad. They both probably had different biological, maybe vulnerabilities, like neuroticism. Conrad could have just been more neurotic and things. But it just, the question here is, who is a better partner for Belly, right?
Team Jeremiah!
So we're both, I thought you were going to be a Connie
really
person.
I was a Connie baby.
But I'm glad you're Team Jeremiah. So I am aware that canon says otherwise. So spoiler alert. So I don't know.
What?
But, yeah.
No!
Spoiler alert. Sorry. I kind of, this alert was too late. But
that's way too late.
Honestly, the show could still do something else. We don't know.
Yeah, I'm
they could have an alternative ending.
3.
Yeah. So I guess, look, just because you're struggling with depression, or let's say you're in the position of maybe choosing people or considering someone who's very depressed.
That doesn't mean you're not deserving of love.
Yes, of course.
That you have lots to grow on.
And you should go to therapy.
Yeah, maybe you should see some help.
It could be very beneficial for you.
Yeah.
And if you're the person considering someone, like, let's say like Conrad, if you want to be in a relationship with them, just know that if you don't choose them to be your partner, that's okay, because you also deserve someone who will treat you respectfully. It's good, you can be you can support that person.
You can support that person, but if they're not ready to be in a relationship, and let's be honest,
and they're not treating you well, period.
Relationships are a big responsibility. They're difficult to navigate, and even more difficult when you don't know how to navigate those conflicts together. Then that's okay for you to choose not to be in that relationship. Maybe in the future, when they work on that, there's a possibility that they can work on it. They can grow as better partners in the future. Then maybe that's when you can start to be together, right?
Exactly. All right. So I guess that's our conclusion.
Jerbear!
We're Team Jerbear.
Team Jerbear.
And so let us know what you guys think and what your opinions are.
Are you Team Jerbear? Team Connie Baby? It's okay. You can love Connie Baby. We love some of that.
Yeah. We see both. Everyone has their strengths, right?
Yeah.
And weaknesses.
We love some of that dark, aloof boys.
Especially Bella. That's why I'm surprised. Anyway, so all right. Don't forget to like, subscribe. And we'll see you again soon.
Maybe ring that notification bell so you can hear more about us.
Yeah.
No, we would love your support.
Yeah. All right. So thank you for watching. Bye.